As the Texans lost in the divisional round again. Here's Marks, Woody Marks in year number 2 and a nice gain of 9 over the right side.
Here in 2026.
It's going to be 3 straight runs and a first down as Marks bounces off a tackler and has a nice gain over the right side.
To spring Woody Marks.
They fake it to Marks, a little rollout to the left, and Hutchinson is brought down immediately after the catch by Trayton Stukes. On 3rd down and 10, blitz coming. Texans pick it up. Pass is caught for a first down. Good throw, good catch, and the grab is made by Jared Wayne, a first-year player.
Is one of those receivers that is trying to take advantage.
Fake it to Marks again. He's wide open coming out into the pattern and catch and a ball forward to the 36. Ninth play of this opening drive coming. Stroud wants to get it with his legs and now drops it off for the first down to Foster Morrow.
He was, as I mentioned, he was a guard in college. He's primarily been working at center throughout camp.
First down and 5, and Marks bounces off a tackle. Still going, touchdown Texans. What a good, strong run for the second-year pro from USC. A 20-yard carry, 69 yards, almost 5 minutes off the clock. Marks from 20 yards away. Texans on top, 7-0 at home.
If they're going play action from under center, they have their back to the line of scrimmage, and all that is foreign from their college days.
Here's a good throw, and that's Naylor with a catch and a first down. And that was a rocket from the right hand of Mendoza, the first down of the night.
It was an outstanding play, and it's really the only place that Mendoza could put it. He has a defender who's right here, and he's got to work it off of him. And so he throws it off of his ear, and Naylor recognizes it, and he's able to go make, a good catch on a ball that had a little something on it.
Handoff is to the rookie Mike Washington, who they love. He's big, he's got speed, and he's down inside the 25. And a touchdown saving tackle made by Jalen Smith, but a big run by Washington of 33 yards.
Well, that's an excellent job by Washington. It looks like this is going to be stopped for really no gain. And they're hoping that he can be a big part of the 1-2 punch behind Ashton Genty.
Play action from Mendoza, and he comes back over the middle, and he's picked off. Woodaz, the rookie. Mendoza trying to track him down and cannot. Pick 6 for the Texans and the rookie. This team, and what a chance, and Wood has made the most of it. 80 yards on the return. Here is Washington, who is brought down in the backfield by Solomon Byrd, and a loss of 4.
He's the only veteran. It's killing him not to be on the field right now.
2nd down and 14. Washington gets that 4 yards back. And Jalen Smith on the tackle. 3rd down and long coming up. Whittington is swallowed up in the backfield. Penetration by Fadukasi. They move Wyatt Teller to right guard. Mills wide open, the tight end Morrow, and with the tackle and the forward progress, he's brought down with a first down. So they thought they had first down. They called a play. They come to the line of scrimmage and hand it off and get it anyway. But a flag comes in as Noah Whittington got the first down. Will it stand? Play action, late blitz. Whittington gets it, set up a screen. Nice play, big gain, first down.
What young guys are you looking at? He said all of them, because this is a team that's been pretty depleted.
Here's Sobkowitz, gets a big hit, and on 3rd and 9, he's about a yard short of a first down. And he drills it. And this just became a 17-0 game. Here's a handoff. Washington gets to the edge, stays in bounds, and picks up almost 10.
Being able to use two backs, that's what he'd prefer.
Kubiak wants to pick up the first down, and he will. The only knock on the game for Mike Washington, fumbles. They've added to that offensive line. They've got Ashton Genty. Here's Laubi out of the backfield, broke a tackle and gets a first down.
What he's capable of doing, and yet he still had 1,300 yards from scrimmage.
Nice throw and catch. Grab is made, and fighting his way inside the 30 is Connor Hayward.
Really a great year for everyone.
Mendoza keeps. He's in trouble, and down he goes. Wrestled to the ground by Caden McDonald, the second-round pick and the rookie from Ohio State. Play action and a loss of 11.
Well, there's just a miscommunication up front by this offensive line, and he just gets a direct shot. Coaches in the history of our league, but that was not good.
Throw over the middle to Ian Thomas, and that's going to bring up fourth down. A gain of just 5 on 3rd down and 12. Good snap, good hold. The kick is perfect. And a 52-yarder by Gay to put the Raiders on the board. Mills at quarterback, 3rd down and 7. And a nice completion to a receiver they love. That's Lewis Bond.
Some of the things that he's impressed these coaches with were on display in that game.
Here is a little drop-off pass to Marlon Klein, their second-round pick at tight end.
Be talking about where he was drafted. They'll be saying it was a steal to get him in the 2nd round.
First down carry. Whittington over the right side, and another drive. It looks pretty good being put together by Texans. It's gain of 7.
It plays to the strength, which is their defense. I think it's really smart the way they went about this offseason.
Whittington again pushing the pile for an extra yard. 2nd and 6. Mills goes down. Brought down in the backfield, and a sack for Thomas Booker. A loss of 7. And exactly what this Raiders defensive front needed to bring up 3rd and long.
Well, you mentioned they moved Wyatt Teller over to the right side. So here he is, and Booker, he was impressive. Snaps included, which is usually the challenge.
Texans are now 5 for 7 on 3rd down as the catch is made by Owen Wright.
We're going to see him out here right now. What have been your overall impressions of Mendoza, just even as a guy in the locker room?
Oh, he's been great. You know, you come in as a rookie and you got to start all the way back at the bottom. So he's had the right attitude. He's working his ass off. He's in here every single day. Yeah, I mean, he was an incredible D-line coach. He's been in a lot of different systems, and he's just a great leader of men. You know, he's a guy that loves football. He's in the building just like how I'm in the building. We walk in together damn near. He doesn't have the biggest personality in the world. He'll tell you that himself. But he's real, and he loves football, and he knows the game so well, and he knows what it's supposed to look like. He has a championship pedigree, obviously, but being able to go against those guys and join practice, had a blast, and we're almost here. It's almost football time.
We can't wait to see you out there. Thanks, Max.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Second year in the system, first year is always tough, just learning, coordinator-quarterback relationship going, and then just what our identity is going to be. So I think we found that. And I'm just excited because we got a lot of guys in here who
and made 44 field goals during the regular season. Good snap, good hold, good kick.
For all that he's done since he took over and the success that they've been able to have, even though they've come up a little short.
Laubi is able to carry for a first down.
That was their year, and they were going to make it to the Super Bowl, and to have it end the way that it did, it was tough on everybody.
Laubi cuts it back up the middle and is able to get 5. Graham Mertz tore his ACL last week in their first preseason game. They put out a call, and here's Rippon. Good throw. And the pass is caught by Sopkowitz for a first down as Rippon dropped it in perfectly. And he gets it. Trying to find some daylight. Nice run on second down. Picked up 5. 3rd and 5 coming up as Brandon Codrington made the stop.
You were still in middle school when Jadeveon Clowney was first here in Houston, but what is it like having him in the locker room with you now?
It's been so much fun having OG in the locker room. He brings us that old school NFL style to our room.
With effort and hustle. Caden McDonald, their second-round pick, found that out during camp. It'll end around on a toss to Devin Tompkins. Trying to get his team into the end zone in a 17-point game. Laube. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
I don't know what move that was. We're all going to be doing it. Pretty good job by him. He's had a few nice runs, done some good things. I think our own Laura Rutledge needs one of those T-shirts that Mrs. Rutledge was wearing.
3rd down and 2. Big hit from behind, and the ball is out. Jafari Harvey is the one who delivered the hit, forced the fumble. Max Crosby loves it. Second time, and he got hit hard.
Well, James Neal here, he's expecting the ball out. You see, he's trying to cut there at left tackle. It's supposed to be a quick throw, and that's really on the quarterback. I mean, you got to understand that the design of the play is that you're not going to be holding it very long, and when you start trying to run around.
Who's been one of our favorites over the years, getting a chance to coach that team, Cam Ward and all. Third down and 1. And the rookie back, Roman Hemby, able to pick up the first down. Hemby had 60 yards in that.
Splitting them out in different areas. He's poised for a big year.
Here's a handoff to Agunbowale, and the former Houston Texan over the left side gets 11.
Line him up anywhere, and getting him healthy this year was big.
Agunbowale is going to take it down inside the 10, and touchdown. It into the end zone. Let's make sure.
Sure looked like he did from here, and it's where that left foot definitely. That's a touchdown.
It looks to all of us, Russell Yerk included, like this is a touchdown and will stand. But they are going to look at it, and that was a nice drive. 12 plays, 93 yards.
Yeah, that was an outstanding job. Aiden O'Connell does a good job. Good blocking down the field. Right there by these wide receivers. Jackson was out there, number 4, and then to finish it off with Ogunbowale, who was also a former Texan. I'm sure a guy who knows this stadium very well, feels good to score a touchdown against his former team.
Brock Bowers loved it as this game has tightened up.
And he went through this with Michael Penix in Atlanta. Didn't anticipate it then. He knew what he was stepping into when he signed with the Raiders. You know, that he was.
Raiders have used all of their timeouts. They get a stop on 3rd down and short, and they force a punt. And this one is going to check up inside the 5, and a beautiful punt by Kai Kroger. More than double. You guys were pretty good with 14. Here's one down the middle. Catch is made. And they're going to mark the receiver, Brandon Johnson, down at the 1. Meanwhile, here is the completion. They got him down to the doorstep. And the ball caught by Brandon Johnson. Good throw, good catch.
Yeah, excellent throw. Goes up, makes a big play on the ball. Gets stopped short of the goal line. But you can tell that pass rush fatigue from the length of this drive. Not much of a pass rush on O'Connell. A big play there. And then O'Connell calls his own number.
And O'Connell is going to get pushed from behind.
Little tush push.
Well, the clock is continuing to run, and it's a touchdown.
Yeah, that was the issue. If you go with that, you got to get it across the goal line, and I wasn't sure if he did. But
and then getting up to the line, O'Connell with a tush push by Myrick behind him, shoves him in.
That's exciting. First time the Super Bowl will have been played on ESPN, and it'll be a big night.
Here's a pick, and that's it. Intercepted by Devin Lafayette. So we will have one more snap. But here's the interception by Lafayette as ripping through it back across the middle of the field.
Yeah, just trying to do anything to Trying to make a play. It's all he could really do is just throw it out there.
It's official. Raiders are 1-1 this preseason. Texans 0-2.